When I first started my job hunt, I had grand plans and thinking that the world is my oyster, but then all these roadblocks just started to pile up. Okay, so I'm out on a walk today and I was thinking about how my life has changed in the last couple of years. By the way, this is what we get for our background today. And I wanted to talk about the changes that have happened in a couple of years. So I was at director, VP level when I was in the Philippines, and I was at that company for 18 years. I'd been in corporate in the Philippines for over 20 years. And when I decided to move, I figured, okay, if I look through LinkedIn and I see the job openings, it should be pretty simple because I was able to get a job pretty quickly. And then before COVID happened, a big phone company offered me a VP role for HR. And I figured, okay, this should be easy, right? When I got my work visa and I started applying, I only got like little random things. So, anyway, going back to my work in the Philippines, I loved the people I worked with. I enjoyed the interacting with people that side. Wasn't enjoying the political side of being an exec. Not my thing. But I enjoyed my team. I loved my team. I loved the friendships I've built. I was just ready to figure out what to do next, either in corporate or something else. So when I moved here, I moved with a lot of hope that things are gonna work out, it's fine, you're gonna get a job, blah blah blah. So about a month of applying, and I didn't want to be without a job for over a year. So it had been almost a year since I left my corporate job. I decided to take a job in a financial firm near here in a startup role. So yeah, I took the job because I wanted healthcare and because healthcare works differently in this country than in the Philippines. And they have good benefits. They give a 401k, of course, and they're even funding my master's. So it's not a bad deal. It's just that I don't like the really strict schedule. People are great, and I don't like the fact that the work is very repetitive and it doesn't hit my creative and strategic side. So I'm looking for that drive on a strategy perspective. So those are the main reasons. It's more of a bridge role for me right now. When I first started my job hunt and the idea of moving to the US, I had grand plans and thinking that the world is my oyster. I could do anything, but then all these roadblocks just started to pile up. And in my little bubble in Manila, I completely forgot that I'm starting out here in a new country at 44. I'm turning 46 now, with no social network, no business contacts. I'm starting from scratch and I'm building from scratch. And those of you who have been or who are in the situation where you're starting from zero know how alone it can feel, even if you're surrounded by people who love you. It feels strange for me, and I would imagine other people would feel this way too, to find yourself like flipped over, having a life that you had so much control over, you enjoyed a lifestyle that you loved, and then moving to a brand new different place for whatever reason you had to move or start over. Regardless of whether you liked it or you chose that reason, the change is difficult. Like some people would say, oh, it's a better decision anyway. Even if I chose this move for my own reasons, it's still not easy. The change to a totally different life, a totally different lifestyle, different habits, different everything, different weather is so difficult. And no one tells you that, because when you talk to people who haven't gone through that change, they will tell you that it's going to be exciting, it's something to look forward to, and you're sucked into that because you also believe that, you think that, and you know it's going to be exciting. It is, it has been. But for the most part, people gloss over the transition period. People gloss over that messy middle of life, of a transition, and they just go with, this is my life before and this is my life after. It's like talking about how you lost 30 pounds because you worked out hard, you did calorie counting, and you didn't talk about how difficult each and every single day was, and you're just skipping to the before and after pictures. I'm in the middle. I'm in that difficult period where you have to adjust everything. You end up questioning everything, all your decisions in life. It's not easy, and I'm very grateful that I've learned tools and I'm equipped with tools to help me. I meditate, I have positive psychology to lean on, I have my family. But even with a support system, it's hard. So what more if you don't have a support system? Yesterday, actually, I just finished a book called Comeback Careers. Mika Brzezinski, I read her previous book, and then this second book I finished reading yesterday. And it talks about how mostly women who went in a life transition, maybe they stopped working to take care of their family, to raise kids or whatever, how they can come back to a corporate life, build a new business, or basically just flip over to the next chapter. It was nice to read that book because it kind of validated my journey, and I learned a lot about what else I can do to help me move forward easier. I wouldn't say faster. In this chapter of my life, fast isn't a thing that I'm really grasping at. It's more of living it with more intention and being true to myself with how I want to live and how I want my life to look like at this point in life, moving into my 50s. So I took a few days to sit with everything I shared on that walk, and I wanted to come back with some free downloadable activities to go along with it. Three things. One, I know it's so hard not to worry during this transition period. If you're in a transition period right now, it's so easy to get sucked into the worry rabbit hole. And even for me, it took conscious effort to process the worry that I had in mind, because I was so used to a certain cadence in my day-to-day life. Financially, even with savings, it can get stressful, so there's a worry point on that as well. So manage the worry, turn the worry into excitement instead of wallowing in the worry. That's one lesson that I learned. The second one is try to be in the moment as much as possible. Again, easier said than done, but if there is a way for you to meditate, be mindful of what you're feeling in the moment, how you're feeling, then that will help you navigate this transition time in your life. And then lastly, and this is one of the big things because I'm a big gratitude person, it's so easy to just tell people, oh, be grateful for what you have. You have it all set. But as someone who teaches gratitude and positive psychology, I felt like a traitor because I was trying to be grateful for my situation, but it was so hard. It's okay to be grateful for something and still not like it. Like in my situation, I don't really like my day-to-day grind now. I am processing being grateful for other things around me, including the things that I don't like.
because I know it has its own benefits. At some point, I felt like such a traitor because, as someone who teaches how to be grateful and gratitude in general, I wasn't being grateful for my situation, despite the fact that there are some pluses to my current setup. So, for those of you navigating life transitions and changes now, keep in mind it's okay to worry. And I've linked a worksheet below for you to download. It's free if you want to find ways or find a new way to manage your worry. I've also linked, and this is my second lesson, a worksheet on how to be more mindful in your day-to-day. And lastly, just a reminder that it's okay to not to be happy about something but still be grateful for it. I am working on an online retreat that has helped me and may help others navigate this transition chapter in our lives. Feel free to comment below and tell me if there's a specific topic that you want to add or any major pain points that you want to address, and I'll be happy to look into it for you. For now, best of luck to all of us going through this life transition, and hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.